Yo, welcome back, guys. So we're here again with Marvia. Marvia, thanks for talking to us and being real, authentic, and genuine. Telling us that as human beings and only women that we need to work on ourselves before we can be helpful to other women. And again, like I said, we're here on International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day again, ladies, and the gentlemen who support these ladies. We are here to talk with Marvia. We learned somewhat about her business, how she started in her professional life. And so we're just here to talk to Marvia again as a wife, as a woman and as a mother. How has that journey been for you, coming from a situation where you told us that you were adopted, and went through abuse and so on. How has the transition into family life been for you?
Well, that is another part of the journey that is very interesting for me because I actually met my husband because he came and got his haircut.
Look at that!
I gave him his haircut and he fell in love with me.
He fell in love with the cut.
Yes. So, it was such a wonderful experience how the journey started. And of course, when I got married, I had a few issues because these things take time.
Yeah, as human beings.
Right. And I realized that he was the perfect person for me.
Wow.
As a believer, they teach you, go to God and ask God who you must marry to and whatever. I didn't even ask God, I just wanted to escape. And it worked out best for me.
You wanted to escape from your life.
And I mean, he has patience and he's a good listener and he really helped me in the early stages of the marriage for me to becoming a better woman.
Wow.
And that was significant for me because if we don't get sorted out and we take that into marriage, it can be a big problem. But I started sorting out stuff, I got in the marriage and not when you're in marriage, some things crop up that you never even because I've never been there before.
Yes.
But how he handled me and he was patient and stuff and it really helped. And then when the children came now, I had to be a mother to them. Even though I was rejected, I had to be a mother to them. And it was so beautiful. And myself and my husband, we work as a team. So he's a big part of my business as well. Because I can go out there and work, but if I go home and I don't have a strong man behind me, somebody pushing me and encouraging me, it doesn't make sense.
So men, we're giving you your props today on International Women's Day. I heard Marvia said it right here that her husband helped her to become a better woman. So we're giving all the men the props, and men just know that there's a place for you. There's always a place for you. And women are a helpmeet, so are men. We work together jointly better to create better futures, to have better children, better businesses, because we're the ones who actually go into businesses and work. So big up men.
Yes. And just being a parent, you want to get it right. You go through stuff, so you don't want the same thing happen to your children. I have two beautiful children, a boy and a girl. They're now adults, and they're very artistic as well. As a matter of fact, all four of us are artistic, because my husband is artistic as well.
Okay.
So we make a good team.
Yeah.
And it has been a good journey. I'm proud of myself, how I have, helped my children and just make them be more confident and just know who they are, because I don't want them to repeat the cycle. Of being rejected and all of that.
How long have you been married, Mark?
This year will make 29 years.
29 years
Beautiful,
on this
beautiful
29-year-old woman, right?
Right? And it has been a wonderful journey. There's no perfect marriage, but because we're both believers, a lot of stuff that we do it to honor God, and that's the foundation we build our marriage on. And we grow the children in the same way. We respect God, whatever we're doing. Does it please God? And if it doesn't please God, we try our best. So that really helps.
What I like about you, and there's this authenticity coming, is like in everything you do, you always seek to honor God, but you want to know that it presents a positive impact, on the person that is being helped. And so I'm picking that up from just talking to you. What I'd like to ask though, within your marriage or within your own family, what were some of the things? And you said that you always look at whether or not the thing honors God to work it out. What are some of the challenges that you probably would have faced where, you know, you actually went to God and you saw results?
I think one of the main challenges was the fact that both myself and my husband are entrepreneurs.
Oh,
Yeah, and that can be a
yeah.
challenge in terms of how hard we have to work.
Mm-hmm,
But over the years, we have learned to work smarter.
yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
it was a bit challenging to, especially for the children, when, you know, as a cosmetologist, you have to be in the salon for hours. And then at the time, I used to work like I rent a space.
Yeah.
And you have to pay the rent weekly.
Ooh.
So those were the days when I worked the hardest in my life,
yeah.
just to make sure that the bills are paid and stuff. And for my husband, the same thing, you know, really put it together and work hard, you know. And it's not easy being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
especially when, you know, it's better when you have like one person who has a
9 to 5.
regular 9 to 5
Yeah.
job, you know, they have to get a salary.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it is more challenging for us because of, you know, and that can destroy a lot of marriages.
Yes.
But I respect my husband, he respects me. Whatever we work, we pull together and we get results. We achieved our buying our home, and it wasn't easy because it's not easy
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
to
own,
accomplish to own a home. Being a self-employed person, that's
Yes.
the first thing they're gonna say. No, you know, we're not sure if you can pay the mortgage and all of that. But trust me, I think that was the roughest time for us as a couple, and but we pulled through, and God was in it for us. Yeah, we never give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the children? I know they would have watched you guys journey, you know, from one stage to the next, and they're inside the family setting, you know, when you guys are going through all of these challenges. You know, how has it been for them, and how is like the support from them during those times?
I think they admire us a lot in how hard we work, and it's not just how hard we work, but they learn to appreciate what they have
Yeah,
based on the sacrifices that we have made as both parents.
yeah.
And I really feel the respect, and I feel proud when I look at them now.
Yes,
You know, and see
yes,
how
yes.
they have adopted a lot from us and learned a lot from us, and just want to be like us as parents. Because I always tell my husband, you know, our daughter have to see how you treat me.
Yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
it's more responsibility on both of us to make sure that you have that balance.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Because I was gonna ask you, you know, how has the balance been like? Because I know you said that you had to work long hours, you know, earlier. Your husband also had to work, you know, long hours. You know, they're going to school and, you know, like homework. They get homework and all of that. But how has the balance been? Say, for example, you know, when they were young, during adolescence and now.
Okay, so when I'm at work, my husband would normally stay with the children. Like once I go to school and stuff, so he's a good daddy.
Wow.
So, but at one point, I think when my daughter was about 7, she usually say, "Mommy, when you coming home? Mommy, when you coming home?" And it's like I sat and I thought about it. I'm like, she really wants me to be home.
Yeah.
So I eventually packed up and go home. I was working in a shop, and I packed up and go home because it was less stress for me. Because when you're out there, you're thinking about clothes to wash, dinner to prepare, and what to do. So when you're at home now, the balance is there. I can be doing a client and, you know, the pot on the stove or something or prepare before.
Yeah.
But I realized that I had to be there for her because she's the oldest one before she even get into high school. Because I didn't want to lose her, you know, and as certain professions, if you don't find the time for your kids, you can lose them.
Yeah.
So I was happy that I did that, you know. But myself and my husband, good team,
Work together.
good team. If I don't pick up, he doesn't pick up homework. If I, you know, so we work together as a team, and it really works.
At this point, what would you say to, I'm going to use 2 scenarios. One, maybe someone just gonna get married, you know, like a younger person about to get married, and then for persons who have probably been married for a while who want to, you know, navigate hurdles, but they don't know how. What would be the advice that you'd give to these 2 sets of people in terms of marriage?
Whatever you're doing as a couple, it's good to sit and have discussions. And both of you come to an agreement. That is very important, because if you don't have that, then there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if I was out at night and my husband was stressing, "Oh, you're out in the night time and the picnic them and whatever," it wasn't like that. But we have to come to an agreement and sit down and discuss it. You know, so okay, here, I will do this and you can go ahead and do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But inside of that, each individual has their own dreams. But as long as you can work together as a team, have discussions and come to a conclusion that this is the best way to do it, then it will work. Because, and then while you're watching it work, you can see the errors and you can fix as you go along. But don't just, okay, we're going to have kids now and whatever, and then when things start pop up now, you can't go work and you can't do this. So it is important to have discussion and come to an agreement.
And I like what you said about, each of the individual have their own dreams and aspirations. So even though you come together, there are things that you're going to be doing together, but each partner is supposed to help the other one to achieve those visions. How has that been inside of your marriage?
Well, it has been good, because as I always tell people, my husband is my biggest fan. So he's always supporting me, whatever it is, he's always supporting me. And he's so patient, When I get fussy and, he's like, let's calm down, let's calm down. And I just watch him, how he handles the children, and I just feel safe, because, it's good to have a partner who we can depend on, we have each other back, and I'm not pressuring him financially for money, he's not pressuring me, we just work together as a team. That thing just knocks everything out of the box. The teamwork is very important. 29 years and we're still doing it, and it works.
So it's not that you're competing.
No.
So you're married, but I want to achieve my dreams, so help me.
Right.
Or
and
something
even
like
if he's
that.
earning more money than you, you're not going to load it up in the face. I'm working more money than you or whatever. No, you have respect. Right? And because those things are very important, you have to respect him, you have to honor him, and it doesn't matter. Once you come in an agreement, it's fine. But if you are working, earning more money, because the man thing, man have to lead, a man have to lead. But if you find yourself you are earning more money, you just say, all right, honey, this is what I made today. Do whatever, what you think, get them involved. You don't just jump on the things and then, what you think about this, how you think we should spend this and whatever. And that makes it easier. Less fuss about money and, because I'm not earning so much money and,
I like that, and I know you alluded to, the growth of your daughter and so on, but how has the growth of your son, how has your marriage, your journey as an entrepreneur impacted even him?
Well, he studied business, so he's going into business. But the guys like to do business, they like to handle money and stuff.
They like to handle the money.
So he's just left college, he's working now. So he's still trying to find his footing in the finance area and all that. But he's doing well. And I'm so proud of him. He's a respectful young man, not because he's my son. But I watch them as they go, they're very respectful. And they're they'll obey you. One thing I know about my children, and I don't know if they get it from me, but they know what they want. And if you're gonna correct them, or if you're gonna, you have to do it in love, and you have to get to know them. I'm usually misunderstood because people don't know me, that they don't understand, and you have to build a relationship with people before you can give rules and pressure them and stuff. So we don't pressure them. I don't beat my children; they don't get beaten, because I grew up getting a lot of licks. And
they're respectful.
And they are respectful. So you don't get a manual to raise kids. But when they see both parents respecting each other and living together in a particular way, it makes a difference. So when they grow up and have their kids, they can do the same thing. How they see us handle money. It's a lot of things in marriage and family. How you handle money, how you deal with people, if you're respectful, and just how you carry yourself, Because I remember days I never liked to dress up. I had such a low self-esteem, I didn't like people to look at me. And now I've evolved into a different woman.
A makeup artist.
My daughter just confident in herself and doing the same thing.
Because you worked on you.
Right.
You wanted a better outcome for yourself. I mean, I'm so enjoying this conversation. I'm learning that marriage is not only about the couple or their own family, but there's an impact that it plays on the society, because they have to build better children, so that when they go out there, they also have beautiful marriages and beautiful family. They're better workers and so on. So I'm really enjoying this, Marvia, and I think that you may be looking forward then to their future, right?
Of course,
to their future family.
Definitely.
Okay. What would you say to a young, maybe say for example like a single parent, you know, you came from being adopted to having a loving husband, partner, and, you know, a family. So you have like a nuclear, you know, family. But what would you say to someone who is like a single parent trying to make it, trying to, you know, grow their children in the best way possible, trying to provide for them? Yeah, what would you say?
Well, I would say first seek the Lord. Because outside of that,
Yeah.
and I'm not being religious, but it does help a whole lot because you get the wisdom how to handle. Because sometimes you're going to the child alone. God didn't design any one parent to raise a child because you need both parents to balance it so that the child can come out whole and complete.
Yeah.
But when you do it on your own, you're already, the fact that you're there alone, that in itself, how did you get there alone, you know? And if you have issues and you have a child, you have to be sorted out so that you can help your child, or else you'll end up abusing that child. Because that was
and repeating the cycle.
Right, because that's how my journey started.
Yeah.
The lady who adopted me, she was a single woman, but she didn't know how to raise a child.
Yeah.
She did the best she knew how to, but because she didn't have that, she didn't know how. So she ended up abusing me because she didn't know how. But I respected her. I felt a compassion for her because she was also longing for her parents, especially her father.
Yeah.
You know, so I using that example to show you that sometimes as a single parent you can do more damage than good.
Yeah.
So if you need to get help, you get help. And then now she was an alcoholic. So she didn't have God. She turned to the alcohol.
Yeah.
I see where I could easily become an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And that is why I love what I do, because it's therapeutic for me.
Yes,
You understand?
yes,
So
yes,
you have to find something that works for you. That it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, people say, boy, you know, the person that madman or whatever. I remember all I went through, she did not apologize to me.
Wow.
But she said to me one day, she said, you know, you're a precious gem. You know? So I said, yeah, why you say that? And she said, you could be out on the road eating out a garbage pan. Because by now, I told her how I felt about how I was raised and stuff. So she was feeling really bad. So I took that as an apology. The fact that she said that, and I see how easily that could have been, where I could have been an alcoholic. I could have been out there just wasting my life away. So it is important to get a good, rounded beginning before even making the decision of having a child on your own. And sometimes you start out good, you know, and you get pregnant and the guy just run gone and whatever. But you know, don't stay alone and try to, because we're not designed to go through stuff alone. Go get help, and God always send help. You know, it's very important.
But sometimes it's where we're looking for the help, so the help probably is there, but you don't see that. That's not where you're looking, you know, for the help to come through. I mean, thanks, Marvia. And in your, you know, looking at your complete life, entrepreneur, businesswoman, you know, wife, family, person, mother, you know, what are some of the things that you think would be limiting persons who want to start something, but, you know, they're either afraid or they don't have the right persons around them to, you know, help guide them, or, you know, just mostly fear of stepping out? You know, what would be some word of advice that you give to anyone like that, whether they're older or younger? Because they have a lot of older people who really and truly know, are wanting to find out what their purpose is, so, you know, so that they can do that. What would be some of the things you tell those persons?
I think one of the main things I would encourage them to do is, if you find that you have a skill, or if you find that there's something, a dream you have, get the knowledge about it. Once you get the knowledge about it, you can't just stop there. Just keep building on it. Build on it so you can improve. And once you become good at what you do, you can take you places. You know, it's good to invest also, because sometimes we look at how much money we have and how much money we're earning, but I always look at it. If I'm going to do a workshop, I tell myself it's an investment. I'm going to benefit from this workshop. And I've proven it over and over. You understand? So if you want to get a loan, you can get a loan. I always say I don't want to borrow money from nobody, but I have learned, especially when you want to purchase a house, it's okay to get a loan. So if you really want to do something, there's help out there. Go get help. Don't just sit there and try to figure it on your own. You know, and just to people will encourage you. Find the right people. You have some people who give telling me ideas and no man, that can't work and whatever. Look at people who you see evolving. Watch those people, follow those people. You understand? Because it does work. You know?
And sometimes you can get the experience by volunteering. I mean, you could just go and help somebody out who has a trade that you want to learn, but you're not able to go and pay to get it done. But you could just offer service, and it wouldn't be free because you're also gaining, you know, at that time.
On that note, that's what I did a lot of some free and some low paid jobs in the early stages of my makeup artistry industry, and it really helped. It's like there's nothing too low for me. I will sacrifice my time and my services to gain experience. And once I gain experience, I will benefit from it. Right, and that opens door for bigger stuff. So don't say, no, something I work with that the money there and whatever. You know? I find this generation coming up now, they just want to get things quickly and
immediately.
But it takes time, you know, and you have to learn as you go along. You can't just jump on the things. Take your time, learn what you're learning and build on that. So you become a better person and you're better at what you do. So the result is a better impact on the society.
And it's the importance of having more than one generation together, because we all have to learn from each other and how to navigate life and, you know, to make better decisions. I want to thank you so much, Marvia, for this interview. It has been very good for me. International Women's Day, guys, you know, we're getting nuggets of wisdom. Find persons who you can trust, persons who can encourage you along the way. It could be just one person, but at the end of the day you would have grown from, you know, interaction with just that one person. It doesn't have to be like a, you know, a lot of friends and so on. You know, respect the relationships that you're in, whether or not it be a marriage or a friendship or whatever, but, you know, have respect for each other and help to support each other's dreams. That's what we're here for. You know, as human beings, we can't do it alone. As Marvia said, you know, we can't do it alone, but we're here to help each other to become better humans in society. So, Marvia, I want to thank you again for coming on Beyond the Scenes. Yes, and oh guys, I'm sure you want to get in touch with Marvia, right? Marvia, tell us where we can reach you. We're on your Instagram or social media pages. What are you called so persons can get in touch with you?
Okay, I have two pages. That's Marvia's_hairworks. That's where you'll find all my beautiful work. And I also have Marvia's Touch Creations. You see most of my jewelry and my art right there.
Okay, and if they want to come to the store, they just give you a call on those pages. You want to give them email or number?
My email, marv0969@yahoo.com.
And your telephone? Or they get it.
Once you hear me, because why I hesitate for my telephone number, I did an interview once and all sorts of people have been calling, and I know when you're doing business, you have to do, but
yes, I understand.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, on Instagram you can find Marvia for the hairstylist business. It's
Marvia's Hairworks.
Marvia's Hairworks. And for the art and jewelry,
Marvia's Touch Creations.
Marvia's Touch Creations. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Beyond the Scenes. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Beyond the Scenes, on Instagram at Beyond the Scenes, and you can also tune into our audio podcast, and you can find those on iTunes. They're on Radio FM. They're on all audio podcast platforms, so you can find us there. Alright guys, stay tuned.